South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style paradise swimming pool. We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Hi, I'm Kurt Angle. I represented the United States in the Olympics in 1996 and won a gold medal. Then I parlayed that into a pro wrestling career. I saw a commercial a few years ago.
Tunnel to Towers Foundation made a promise.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is paying off the mortgages for Gold Star families with young children. I thought, this is really cool. I want to be a part of it. My dad served in the Army for 30 years. We didn't have a lot of money, but he made sure we had what we needed. He set a great example for all of us. He died in a construction accident my freshman year in high school. When he died, we didn't have any income coming in, and we ended up being forced to move out of our house. I was devastated. So I understand what these families are going through, and to have an organization like Tunnel to Towers come in and pick you up and carry you and give you a home to live in, I think that's just amazing. I'd like to ask you to donate $11 a month to support these efforts by going to t2t.org or calling 1-844-BRAVEST.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. All righty, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program for this World Cup Saturday. We welcome you to the show. We come to you live and direct from the gaming capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, right here at our studio station, South Point Studios at the South Point Hotel Casino Complex on Las Vegas Boulevard, and, of course, streaming at the YouTube South Point Studios streaming platform. We welcome you to the show today if you're watching us on YouTube, and, of course, we know that you have plenty of other options if you want to join us. And, of course, that includes our radio station, our local radio station here in town, Sports Talk 1400 AM, 107.1 FM. That's our anchor radio station here in your gaming capital. And, of course, on our websites, racedaylasvegas.com, .vegas.world, .global, iPhone, Android, Google phone. That's covered with the apps. You get the KSHP app. You can listen to us through the radio station, the YouTube app. Of course, you can see and listen to us on that app as well on your devices and anywhere you get your podcasting. Simply put, however, wherever, whenever, welcome to the Race Day Show for this Saturday. An exciting day of racing we're about to embark on, that's for sure. An exciting weekend, really, with the NFL playoffs coming tomorrow. But for today, all eyes are on South Florida at Gulfstream Park in Hollandale Beach, Florida, where, of course, it is Pegasus World Cup Day. Pegasus World Cup Day features 10 stakes races on the 13-race extended card at Gulfstream Park. You got an early post time, too. The first post at Gulfstream Park will go just about when Jerry is saying have a great race day at 8 a.m. Pacific time, and so we're set and ready to go. As far as the weather is concerned, you know that's always an important factor, especially for horse racing and especially in South Florida. Man, it looks good there in South Florida today. They're on the turf. The track is fast. It is fair. And there's no clouds in sight right now in the entire eastern seaboard. All that stuff has gone through. The only thing that's left is the cold weather and, of course, whatever ice and snow is left on the ground. But not so at Gulfstream. They're going to have a great day of racing there. Throughout the country, not so bad either as far as the precipitation is concerned. Of course, we're still going through a lot of deep freeze around the country. Southern California is clear as well. As far as the temperatures here in Las Vegas, 37 degrees right now outside. We're going to get up to 55, but it's always going to be fast, firm, and perfect in the race book today right here at the South Point, where we're going to enjoy the races, that's for sure. Miami, 71 degrees, going to top out at 71 degrees today. As far as the rest of the country, well, New York, still a cold 34. They're going to jump up to 34 today. Chicago, 40 degrees. Phoenix, Arizona, 70. In Southern California, 60 degrees. In Los Angeles, with a chance of a little bit of rain there, but I'm not quite sure it'll make it to Santa Anita Racetrack. And, of course, Oaklawn Park, as far as Oaklawn Park is concerned, where the Southwest Stakes is today, and 5 other stakes races there as well. It looks like the weather is going to be just fine as well. So Mother Nature, I think, is a racing fan today. As far as Gulfstream Park proper, Gulfstream Park itself, well, we've got the weather conditions are current weather conditions. Fair, temperature 54 degrees, wind north-northwest at 9 miles per hour. The humidity is at 64%. We have some of the late scratches coming in as well. So we'll get started with Gulfstream Park in just a moment. I want to remind you that, of course, that today on the show we'll have handicappers Jonathan Ardoon, Rich Eng, John Lendo, and Jerry J. I'm going to go over the Dubai World Cup races at Gulfstream Park with Jonathan Hardoon right after our first break. We're going to get John Lendo involved a little bit sooner towards the end of the show. Want his opinion on a lot of races at Gulfstream Park as well. Jonathan has sheets, of course, for Gulfstream and other racetracks, as well as Santa Anita. John Lendo has 2 full Lendo reports, one for Santa Anita and one for Gulfstream Park. So we'll get going on that as well. As far as any other news, quick news, Northern California horsemen are starting to vacate Pleasanton. They see the handwriting on the wall. Some of them are coming to Southern California. Some of the Northern California trainers have already won races in Southern California. With some of those races, they're carting each and every day for the Northern California horses. Some are going to Emerald Downs, a little bit north of Northern California there at Emerald Downs. And, of course, some are even dispatched to Turf Paradise in Phoenix, Arizona, etc. So they're disbanding most of the horsemen up in Northern California that have been stabled at Pleasanton are now starting to disband because they just don't think there's going to be any racing at Pleasanton anywhere soon except for maybe the Northern California fairs. And a big announcement as far as Subsanzador. Remember Subsanzador? This is the horse that Dick Mandela has trained. Subsanzador has been a factor in the handicap division, but he's going to take a rest. He had a small injury that they're working on, and Mandela said the horse will return during the springtime. So not too far away, I guess. Santa Anita yesterday. Hey, listen, the first race started off with a 280 horse, Hector Barrios getting his first win on the day in the first race on the turf as well. Edwin Maldonado had a big day. He won the second race on Zimba Warrior at $11. Rich Ang's pick, Zimba Warrior, $11 on the show, wins the second race, Maldonado's first win. Barrios came back with his second win of the day in the third race for John Sheriff's, paying $2.20. That was also on the turf. So now Barrios is getting overbet on the turf because he's so prominent there. A 280 winner and a 220 winner in the first three races with Barrios aboard. Maldonado won the fourth race for his second win of the day, paying $4.40. That was his win there. Jonathan Ardoon, he had a pick in this race, and I got to tell you, remember he gave out pineapple juice. Well, pineapple juice broke through the starting gate and ran about a 16th of a mile before they captured him, came back, got examined behind the gate, and they put him back in the gate. So you know that was the kiss of death. How many horses break through the starting gate and win a race? So we're going to give Jonathan a pass on that. Maybe they should have scratched this horse for the protection of the public, but he raced anyhow. And then later on in the day, Jerry Jackowitz came with reverse play. In the sixth race, he liked Shop Till You Drop. That horse ran second to one of his link-ups, Toulouse de Drac. The exacta paid $20.50 for a buck. Another link-up ran third. The trifecta for $1 paid $76.50. And the 10-cent super with his other link-up horse finished fourth, paid $35.66. As Jerry always says, always reverse the key horse play because you can be just a little bit wrong and still cash, and that's what happened in the sixth race. Edwin Maldonado won his third race of the day with May Sam in the eighth race. A big win there for Bob Baffert. Edwin Maldonado aboard, $3 even there. And then Hector Barrios matched Maldonado with his third win of the day, winning the ninth and final race for Neil Drysdale in a dead heat with Rich of Joy. Rich of Joy with Abel Liscano aboard and Irish Rose with Hector Barrios aboard wound up in a dead heat for the win. And Barrios' horse paid $3.40. The other dead heat winner paid $6.20. So Barrios gets his third win of the day. All three of them on the turf at Santa Anita. Here's the deal now. There was one single winner in the pick six yesterday at Santa Anita. As a result of the dead heat, the other horse that was involved in the dead heat was not alive for the pick six. But the Barrios winner was. Therefore, the pick six went down to a single ticket, $33,004.60 the payoff there at Santa Anita yesterday. Aqueduct, Jerry J's pick came in and won the second race. Jose Liscano for Wayne Potts paying $7.70. That was Steel Vengeance. And his link-ups ran second and third, so we give him a credit for the exacta. For $1 paid $8.80, and the 50-cent trifecta paid $16.37. Trainer David Duggan had two wins. He won the fifth race with Romero Marat at $3.60. Came back in the final race with Luis Rivera Jr. at $5.40. And as far as the jockeys, Manny Franco had a couple of wins yesterday. He won the third race at $4 even, came back in the seventh race paying $3.80 in that. And that's just about it went yesterday at Aqueduct. Pick six paid $561.50. Highest priced winner of the day yesterday at Aqueduct was $16.20. Everything else paid under $9. Gulfstream Park, setting the table for today at Gulfstream Park. How about the first race winner? $95.80. That helped out in the early pick 5, huh? Then you got a $6 winner, a $4.60 winner, a $16.20 winner, and then the fifth race bookend another bomber. The fifth race paid $52.40. Oh yeah, pick 5 paid $48,941.40. The pick 4, exempt of the $95 horse, paid $1,700 and change. Todd Pletcher had a couple of winners. He won the 7th race with Ired Ortiz Jr. at $5 even with Tucson. Came back in the 9th race. This race off the turf. Life's an Audible. John Velasquez aboard for that one, paying $540. Ired Ortiz Jr. had a couple of wins yesterday, and so did Luis Saez at Gulfstream Park. As far as Oaklawn Park was concerned, Keith Asmussen and Rafael Bejarano had a couple of wins each. Of course, Keith Asmussen won his first of the 2 races for his dad, Steve Asmussen, in that race. And as far as the top payoffs of the day, well, you know already about that big payoff at Gulfstream Park of $48,000, but that was not the highest payoff of the day. Santa Anita's pick 6 at $33,000 wasn't close. Santa Anita had the pick 5 that paid $15,448.30. And Laurel Park had a dollar superfecta that paid $14,456.60. But the biggest payoff of the day yesterday came at Turfway Park. Their pick 6 jackpot was hit for 20 cents away. That thing paid $174,689.57. Bada bing. Wow. All right, well, we got a lot to do, so we're going to get right to our first break. When we come back, the handicappers are ready. We're going to Gulfstream to take a look at that Pegasus World Cup card, and, of course, the Southwest and their picks as well. Of course, the menu comes up next, so don't go away. Start chatting on the chat box. Just get to the page and subscribe if you haven't already. It's free, and the peeps are already chatting away on the chat box. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
Back on World Cup Day, Race Day Las Vegas show for this Saturday, the 25th of January already. Where did this month go already? All right, here's the deal. Here's your menu of racetracks available today in the race books, simulcast centers, racetracks around the country. First post times are Pacific. These will be the first post time out here in Las Vegas. We are in the Pacific time zone, and that's why we do it this way. If you're listening on all those different time zones around the world, well, just adjust the particular time zone that you're in to the Pacific time zone. Tweak it out. This way you won't miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad. Don't want you to miss any chances at making a bet today. All right, here we go. We begin with Gulfstream Park. Big day of racing at Gulfstream. It's Pacific. It's Pegasus World Cup Day, but I can tell you 13 races, 10 of them stakes races. First post time is 8 a.m. Pacific time, 8 a.m. Now, here's the deal. They got a pick 6 jackpot carryover standing going into today of $374,782. If it is not hit today, the jackpot, then it's going to be a big instant horse player holiday tomorrow for us because it'll be a mandatory payoff tomorrow. But it's still sitting there today to get hit. $374,784. First post time, 8 o'clock. We begin with the 10 stakes races. Fourth race, the South Beach. The fifth race will be the Gulfstream Park Turf Sprint. The sixth race will be the Carousel Club Stakes. The seventh race, the La Previant. The eighth race, the Fred W. Hooper. The ninth race, the W.L. McKnight. The 10th race will be the Pegasus World Cup Filly Mare Turf. That'll be the 10th race on the card. The 11th race is the Inside Information. The 12th race is the Pegasus World Cup Turf. And then the 13th and final race, the centerpiece of the day, the Pegasus World Cup, is the 13th and final. We'll get into all those races and your late scratches with Jonathan Hardoon. First post time at Gulfstream today is at 8 a.m. Mahoning Valley Racecourse. Mahoning Valley Racecourse has a Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $17,636. Their first post time for 9 races, 9:15. Oaklawn Park. Big day of racing going on at Oaklawn. 12 races, 6 stakes races. They roll out like this. The King Cotton will be the 5th. The General MacArthur will be the 6th. The 5th season will be the 7th. The Bugler Stakes will be the 8th. The Martha Washington, holding 20 points in the Kentucky Oaks leaderboard, will be the 9th. 10th race is the Grade 3 Southwest, part of the Arkansas Derby Series. That'll hold 20 points for the Kentucky Derby leaderboard. And those are the 6 stakes races in a row. 12 races today at Oaklawn. And a first post time at Oaklawn Park set at 9:25. They're coming in early as well. 9:25 is their first post. Tampa Bay Downs. Tampa Bay Downs has a Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $3,108. The Super High 5 carryover, $1,499. 9 races, first post time, 9:25. Laurel Park has 10 races, a couple of $100,000 stakes races. The Extra Heat at 6 furlongs for 3-year-old fillies is the 8th. The Spectacular Bid for 3-year-olds at 7 furlongs is the 9th. 10 races overall today at Laurel. Their first post time is at 9:30, and they have a Pick 6 jackpot carryover of $2,231. Next comes Aqueduct. Aqueduct, the Big A in New York. 9 races today at Aqueduct. First post time is at 9:40. 9:40 at Aqueduct. Their feature race today comes early. It's the 3rd race on the card, the Interborough Stakes. 7 furlongs, fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up. Again, Aqueduct's first post time is set at 9:40. And right now it's mostly sunny, 24 degrees at Aqueduct today for the start of the races. First post time, again, 9:40. All right, Fairgrounds is next. They got 10 races, Fairgrounds does. Their first post time at the Fairgrounds is set at 10:45. Sunland Park has all quarter horses, 9 quarter horse races today at Sunland. And a first post time at Sunland Park is at 11:25. Turf Paradise, Phoenix, Arizona, still got that big Pick 6 jackpot working there. $223,920 in the Turf Paradise Pick 6 jackpot carryover. Their first post time for 8 races set at 11:25. The first 2 races will be quarter horses. The rest will be thoroughbreds. Santa Anita gets underway at 12 high noon. 10 races there. The feature race is the San Pasqual, a mile and 1/8 for 4-year-olds and up. It's the 8th race on the card. 10 races at Santa Anita today, and a first post time of 12 high noon. Delta Downs has 9 races. Their first post time is 2:50. Then you go to Turfway Park. Full fields at Turfway Park. The feature is the $125,000 Wishing Well Stakes. That's the 6th on the card at 6.5 furlongs for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up. Turfway Park has a carryover in their Super High 5 of $8,543. And again, first post time at Turfway Park. Remember, they hit that big jackpot yesterday. 2:55 first post time at Turfway Park for their 10 races today. The Charlestown is next. They have 8 races. Charlestown has a Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $1,475. 8 races, first post time 4 p.m. And then we wrap it up with Los Alamitos in Southern California. Los Alamitos says first post time today is 7 p.m. 8 races, 2 thoroughbreds, 2 mixed breed, 4 quarter horses, and of the 4 quarter horse races, 3 of them are trials for 3-year-olds at 400 yards. It starts at 7 p.m. at Los Alamitos. Okay, time to go right to Mr. Jonathan Hardoon standing by. Jonathan, are you ready?
Good morning, Ralph. Yes, I am ready. What a card they have at Gulfstream. It's like a Breeders' Cup card, to be honest with you. Difficult, hard races, but if you get lucky along the way, you have a shot to make some money.
All right. Now, have you ever seen ESPN and Chris Berman's 2-minute drill to give you all of that you need to know about football, right?
Yes.
Well, we're in that mindset right now because I want to get through these races, all the stakes races. So the 4th race is the South Beach. That'll be the first stakes race. Scratch the 4 Neon Icon and the 10 the Gresso. The 4 and 10 are out of that race. Morning line favorite Believe it or not, 3-1 is Dana's Beauty with Luis Saez.
Okay, so this is the first of our radio plays, Ralph. It comes in the fourth race today, and I actually like a horse a lot here. I like the number 9 horse, Charlie's Wish. This is a 5-year-old mare who goes back on Lasix today. I love the rider switch to Jose Ortiz, and I love the 12-1 on the morning line, number 9, Charlie's Wish. First official radio play for Race Day Las Vegas.
All right, kick it right off the bat in the fourth race at Gulfstream. The 9, Charlie's Wish, gets the job done. 12-1, Jose Ortiz. Oh, boy. Jonathan Nardoon's pick in the fourth. Then we go to the fifth race, the Gulfstream Park Turf Sprint at 5 furlongs on the turf for 4-year-olds and up. Scratch the 6, Nonay Hudson. Scratch the 14, Foxtrot Nana. And the 15, Abrios Caminos. That'll leave a field of 12 to go, the 5 furlongs on the lawn. And this is a wide-open affair as well. The morning line favorite, believe it or not, 7-2, and that is No Balls with Mr. Baird aboard.
Yeah, I really like Nonay Hudson, but unfortunately he's scratched. So number 9, No Balls, becomes a top selection for Larry Ravelli. Last time out, this horse ran huge at Woodbine. I would play exactas with the 1, Johnny Padres, and the 3, Mucho del Oro. 9 with 1 and 3.
All right, the 9 with the 1 and 3 there. Then we move to the sixth race. It is the Carousel Club Stakes. Scratch the 7, scratch the 13 and 14. That'll leave a field of 11 to go, the mile and 70 yards for 4-year-olds and up. And in this race, wow, a wide open race. Look at this. The morning line favorite in this thing is 5-1, possibly because Irat Ortiz Jr. is riding Jerry the Nipper. How about this race?
Great race, Ralph. I like a 3-horse exacta box here. Number 3, Stanley House. Number 5, Classic Motown. And number 10, Evade. 3, 5, 10 exacta box. All prices, good betting race.
All right, 3, 5, 10 is your exacta box here in this race. 3, 5, 10 here in that race. Wow, you got a 8-1, a 8-1, and a 10-1. This could be, the carousel could be a good payoff here in the sixth, Gulfstream. Seventh race, the Grade 3 Loft Previal at 1.5 miles on the turf for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up, a field of 13. No scratches in this race yet. And the morning line favorite in this one is 5-2. That is Beautiful Love with William Buick aboard, so you know those connections.
Yeah, I think she's vulnerable, Ralph. I like the number. This is 1.5 miles. And Chop Chop, the number 3 horse, the only horse in the race that has won at the distance, 2 for 4 with a second. So it's not so much the figures, it's whether you can handle the distance. I like the 3, Chop Chop. The best exact is with the 4, La Mahana, and the 11, Queen Regent. 3 with 4-11.
All right, 3 with the 4-11 here in this race. And, of course, 1.5 miles on the lawn. That's going to be fun to watch. The eighth race is the Fred W. Hooper at 1 mile for 4-year-olds and up. A field of 9 in this race. 2-1 favorite is Tumbarumba with Tyler Gaffleone aboard.
Yeah, it's a 2-horse race, I think. I like the number 3 horse in here, Rocket Ken, and the number 5, Tumbarumba. They're going to be the first and second choice. A horse with a little bit of a shot at a price is the 7, Upstanding. 3, 5, 5, 3, and you can throw the 7 in if you're interested in splitting the number.
Yeah, if you want to split it, Luis Saez is a good guy to do it, and he rides the 7-horse Upstanding in that 8th. All right, the 9th race is the William L. McKnight, W.L. McKnight, at 1.5 miles again on the turf. This, however, is for 4-year-olds and up, not the fillies and mares, although they can enter in the race, but this is mostly for the colts and geldings. We got some scratches in this race, the 4, Golden Eye, the 15, Native Shaman, and the 16, Lorenz. The 4, 15, and 16 are out of this race, leaving 13 yet to go at 1.5 miles on this. And Bold Act is the 2-1 favorite with William Buick again aboard, and you know the connections.
Yeah, and this one's going to win, Ralph. This horse is just better than these, coming off of a layoff since October when last seen at Keeneland. This horse ran huge that day. I think this horse is going to be very tough in this spot. I like the 11, Bold Act.
And, of course, anything you like underneath to make the exactas and trifectas. But the 11 should be a good anchor key in this race, the W.L. McKnight, 9th race on the card. Then we start getting to the big Pegasus World Cup races. The 10th race is the first of the 3. The Pegasus World Cup Filly Mare Turf at 1.16 miles on the grass for 4-year-olds and up. We have number 5, Fluffy Socks is scratched. This horse has been retired. They retired Fluffy Socks, I think, either yesterday or the day before. was entered in this race, but this horse, Fluffy Socks, has been retired, so she's out. The 9, Ocean Club, is out, and so is the 12, See You Around. So the 5, 9, and 12 are out. The 14 horse, Degresso, will now be ridden by Jaramillo. John Velasquez has another mount in the race, so Jaramillo will ride the 14 in this race. And it's a wide open affair as well.
I like the 3 horse in here, Be Your Best. The 5-year-old mare, Safi Joseph took over the training 3 starts back. Last 2 races for Safi Joseph, both very good. This horse is going to fall into a terrific spot behind the 1, Rakia, and another horse in here that figures to go, the 13 horse in our time. I think number 3, Be Your Best, is a good play if you get anywhere near the 6-1.
You know, I'm going to throw in the 7 horse, Mashuka, with Tyler Gaffleone aboard in there as in the exactas and trifectas. I think that horse at 10-1 is a good value at 10-1 in the race. Just my opinion. Gulfstream Park goes to the 11th race, the Inside Information Stakes, 7 furlongs, fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up. Here's the scratches. Scratch the 1, Musia. Scratch the 2, Nick and Style. Scratch the 3, Sterling Silver. And scratch the 5, Dazzling Move. You got 1, 2, 3, and 5 out of the 9-horse race, a 9 filly and mare race, which by arithmetic alone leaves 5 left to go. And you got the 2-1 favorite in Mystic Lake with Ired Ortiz Jr.
Yeah, but Emery is better than Mystic Lake. Number 9, Emery, Tyler Gaffleone for Brad Cox. This filly, 5 for 7 lifetime. She just draws a great spot. She's going to get first run. I like number 9, Emery, to win the 11th.
All right. And then we go to the $1 million Grade 1 Pegasus World Cup Turf at 1 1/8 on the turf for 4-year-olds and up. 2 scratches in the 14-horse body of the field. The 1, Siege of Boston, is scratched. It was a big long shot at 20-1. And, of course, the 14 Paros, which was 30-1, is also scratched. Make the 13-horse Fort Washington. The rider is now Junior Alvarado. Junior Alvarado rides the 13 in place of Jose Ortiz. Jose Ortiz stays with the 10-horse Battle of Normandy, which is also a big price in the race. The 2-1 favorite there is Nation's Pride with William Buick aboard. And as I said it for the 3rd time, you know the connections.
You certainly do, but Mia Hermano, the number 3 horse, is in top form now. He got beat ahead last time out by Johannes, and everybody in Southern California knows how good Johannes is. This horse is listed at a ridiculous 8-1 on the morning line. I like number 3, Mia Hermano. Let's play exactas with the 4, Win for Money, and the 8, Spirit of St. Louis. 3 with 4 and 8.
Wow, the 8, Spirit of St. Louis, is 20-1 on the morning line. You don't put Nation's Pride in the exacta even.
Well, I could use him under the 3, only off of the strength of the 3, but his last race was not very good, and he's going to be way over bet, and I don't think there's much value with that.
Well, you know, sometimes from handicappers, an opinion going against a horse that's going to be a favorite is just as important as actually picking the winner that's at a price. So in this race, again, I'll repeat, you like the 3, Mi Hermano Ramon, the 3 horse. And your exactas include the 4 and the 8 as well in that race. And then the coup de grace, the main event, the $3 million Grade 1 Pegasus World Cup at 1 1/8 for 4-year-olds and up, 13th race on the card. We do have a scratch on this race. Number 8, Vitality, who was morning lined at 50-1 in the race. The 8, Vitality, is out. So we have a field of 11. And in the race on the outside, locked, is the 5-2 morning line favorite. But everybody knows very well at 1 1/8 at Gulfstream Park, the configuration of that main track at that distance, this horse is way out there in the parking lot to start off the race.
Right. Well, while Locke may be one of the better horses in the race, he's outposted. I'm going to take a shot here, Ralph. I like a price horse. I like the number 1 horse, Mixto, a 5-year-old from the Doug O'Neill barn. Frankie Dettori aboard to ride. This horse is 10-1 on the morning line. I like the 1, Mixto, to possibly upset at a big price.
Now, is that not the is that Doug O'Neill's horse?
Yeah,
Mixto?
Doug O'Neill.
Yeah, and he ran a big race in Southern California in his previous race, didn't he?
In the Native Diver, he got beat by Skinner last time out. He went off 3-1 against Skinner. I think this horse is just getting good at the age of 5, and he's got Dettori and he's got the rail. I think he's going to fall into a great spot here.
All right. Well, number one, Mixto is a nice play if he gets there at 10-1 with Frankie Dettori, and I do think he'll hold at least by half that price anyhow. And you got White Barrio in there, and of course
you got Shorty Crown in there. You got a lot of ways they could go.
Yeah, Skippy Longstocking also. He never really does run a bad race, and I think that you're going to put Mixto in there. I'm going to do a little bit of a box with Mixto, White Barrio, Skippy Longstocking, and I'm going to throw in Krupe. I'm going to throw in Krupe in that race. Anyhow, that's the Chris Berman's 2-minute, maybe 10-minute drill for the Gulfstream Park races. I want to thank you so much, Jonathan, for going over those races with us, because you do have a sheet for Gulfstream Park. You also have one for Aqueduct, Santa Anita, and Oaklawn Park. Quickly looking at the Southwest Stakes at Oaklawn. In this race, we do have one scratch. The Oaklawn Southwest Stakes scratched the 5 Render Judgment, and that'll leave a field of 9 in this race. Patch Adams is the 5-2 second choice with Flavian Pratt. The 2-1 morning line favorite is Gaming, with Juan Hernandez breaking from the rail. So you got Baffert and Cox dealing with the Southwest.
Yeah, Flavian Pratt goes to spend the day at Oaklawn, and this will be one of his winners on Patch Adams. This is a real horse. He ran super last time out, missed the track record at Churchill Downs. Flavian Pratt ride stretches out to 2 turns today, but number 7, Patch Adams, I think is a serious horse.
Okay, and so do I. I'm going to do a 3-horse box in this race. I'm going to use the 1 Gaming and obviously the 7 Patch Adams, and I'm also going to put in the 6-horse Sandman in there in the 3-horse exacta box for moi. That just means me, nobody else, and just wanted to lay that on you. Because a lot of people ask me, why don't you give a horse that you like once in a while? Well, I'm not really gun-ho on any of the picks that I gave out so far, but looking for value in those races, that's what I'm going to do. And again, you got full sheets for Gulfstream, Oaklawn, Aqueduct, and Santa Anita. And I know you have a couple of more picks to give us officially on the show before I let you scoot out.
8th race at Aqueduct, number 5, Bourbon Chaser, Ruben Silvera for Mike Maker. This horse is in top form now. I like number 5, Bourbon Chaser. Let's go to Santa Anita, look at race 5, and I like the number 6 horse in here, Irish Royalty, 7-2 on the morning line, wins today's 5th race out at Santa Anita.
All right.
There you have it. That's it.
That's it. Case closed. Out. You can drop the mic now, my man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. See you tomorrow. Same bad time.
All right. You got it. Thanks a lot, Jonathan. What a great job Jonathan did. Don't forget, remember to go to his website for the full sheets of those racetracks. We're going to continue rocking and rolling on the show. When we come back, Rich Eng is standing by. Don't go away.
Here we are in Houston, opening up our first veteran village. This beautiful building that's going to house 161 homeless veterans. Any veteran that risked their lives and are struggling with PTSD, mental illness, addiction. We're also building what I call comfort homes, 500 square foot homes. These are for older homeless veterans, so they have their own space, and give them back some of their dignity, some of their independence, and most certainly give them back their life. Go to T2T.org to learn how you can change a veteran's life forever.
South Point offers all the types of entertainment you'd expect at a first-class Las Vegas resort. Did you know our 400-seat showroom is one of Las Vegas's top destinations for live entertainment? Enjoy live performances by classic Vegas entertainers, bands, and today's hottest comedians, plus a rockin' dance floor. You can also enjoy live entertainment at the Grand View Lounge, where you'll feel all the vibes of old Las Vegas. Enjoy the music, and if you love to laugh, don't miss The Dirty at 12:30, our very own free comedy show, every Friday night at 12:30 a.m. in the Grand View Lounge. The Dirty is 100% free, so arrive early. Go to southpointcasino.com or call the box office at 77136 for today's performances at the showroom and the Grand View Lounge. When you're ready for your favorite cocktail, stop in and unwind at one of our 7 specialty lounges. There's a bar around every corner, because you're in Vegas, baby.
Back on Race Day Las Vegas on this World Cup Day Saturday. Now we're going to go out to Rich Eng standing by. Richie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners.
Well, Richie, I know you have a full sheet at Santa Anita, And I can tell you one thing right now. You were the star. You and Jerry Jackos were the stars of yesterday. You came up with a nice $11 winner in the second race at Santa Anita that got us off in good shape. So we'll build upon that. But before we get to the pick at Santa Anita, any thoughts either in the Southwest or the Pegasus World Cup from you?
Yeah, you when you sent out an email to us handicappers last night, you asked us to take a look at some of these races.
Yep.
So I've got three horses I like, two of them at Gulfstream in the $1 million races, and then the one at Oaklawn, the Southwest. And I must admit, I'm kind of close to the vest, but I'll go through them real quick.
Okay.
In the turf, the 12th race, the Pegasus World Cup turf, I like the 5 Integration. Frankie Dettori riding for Shug McGahee. It's a wide open race, but it's a nice combination. McGahee under the radar at believe it or not, in a race that big.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the Pegasus World Cup, the race 13, I like White Abarrio for Safi Joseph. I thought that 7 furlong sprint race last time was strictly for exercise to get this horse sharpened up. This horse loves Gulfstream Park, and I heard you talk about Locked having the tough post, so I like White Abarrio.
Okay, now before we get to Oaklawn, folks obviously have their Gulfstream sheet in front of them. So in the 12th race, you like the 5, and in the 13th race, you like the 4. Now off to Oaklawn.
Oaklawn, race 10, the Southwest. Bob Baffert has an unbelievable record at Oaklawn Park over the last decade or two. I don't have the exact statistics, but he wins like crazy, and he wins stakes races like crazy. Let's go with the 1 Gaming, even though the horse ran 3rd in the Los Alamitos Futurity. I get the feeling this horse is going to be on the screws for the Southwest.
All right, number 1 Gaming and the 10th at Oaklawn. And now we'll take your pick at Santa Anita.
Yeah, let's go to race number 10, the closing race on a nice card, 1 1/8 on the grass. We'll go with that man Hector Barrios on the grass, riding number 5 Paradise Lake, 5-1. I tell you what, if I can get 5-1, we'll take that Zumba Warrior money and just roll it over.
Yeah.
But this horse should get a nice trip, fits well with the class. 5 Paradise Lake in the 10th.
10th and final, number 5 Paradise Lake with Mr. Turf Hector Barrios aboard. Don't forget, Richie's got a full sheet at Santa Anita right now at the RacedayLasVegas.com websites. I know we're pressing time, but I got to ask you, the Raiders picking Pete Carroll as their new coach. What say you?
My first reaction is I like it because, Pete Carroll has won a Super Bowl, and he did a great job with the Seattle Seahawks. His time kind of ran out at the end. Sometimes the message just doesn't get through the players anymore. Yeah. But I think he'll do a good job. I like the hire.
Okay, good enough. And don't forget, you're a man on the scene tomorrow for the NFL playoffs to go to the Super Bowl. And in the meantime, Richie, have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks, Ralph. Good luck, everybody.
All righty. We're moving along. Final break coming up. John Lindo and Jerry J wrap up this show. Don't go away.
Get ready to laugh with Punchlines with Frank Nicotero. Join Frank and his team of featured guests for your daily dose of comedy.
Reno, the Pittsburgh of the West.
Poison.
Yeah.
Poison.
Sports.
F for Falcons, Alex. We were talking Derek Carr for MVP after 2 games.
Who's we?
Okay, me.
You?
I was.
And the funniest social media posts.
People want to show off their food. Boom. Wiener on a guy's shoulder. It's the dark tones. We bleed blue.
It's your one-stop spot for great laughs and a good time. Find us on YouTube at Punchlines FN. And join the chat live weekdays at noon Pacific for the ultimate blend of jokes, sports, and viral fun.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All righty, back to wrap up a fast-moving Pegasus World Cup show this Saturday. We're going to Southern California now, where John Lindo is standing by. John has 2 huge, complete Lindo reports, one for Gulfstream, one for Santa Anita today, with all the stuff that you expect in the Lindo reports. And they're available here in only one place in the gaming capital, here at the South Point, free of charge, complimentary because they love horse players here. John, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. I'm glad they're back on the turf today at Gulfstream Park. Take some of the mystery out of the equation there.
Well, we went through the races real quick with Jonathan Hardoon. I'll just touch upon you to do the 3 World Cup races and any other race at Gulfstream that you really like a horse in. And we'll go to the Filly Mare Turf first. That's the 10th on the card.
That's going to be my radio play. You want me to do that now? Or
Yeah,
hold that till
sure.
later?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. That's the 10th race on the card. I like number 1, Rakia, quite a bit. I thought she was really impressive winning the Goldakova over at Del Mar. That race was validated when Sacred Wish came out of that race to win the Grade 1 Matriarch. From the rail, she can either set the pace or sit in right in the pocket tracking. Either way, I think she's a filly on the rise, and at 4-1 on the program, there's a lot of value for me. So number 1, Rakaya, race number 10 at Gulfstream Park.
And as Jonathan Hardoon, the first stakes race we go to today with John Lindo, has their official pick on the show. John Lindo's official pick in the 10th race, number 1, Rakaya, at 4-1, Frankie Dettori. What about the Pegasus World Cup Turf? That's the 12th on the card.
I think the California horse, Mi Hermano Ramon's got a big look in here. Like you guys were talking earlier, he gave Johannes everything he wanted, and he's getting better and better. He's got some tactical speed. He's got an inside post. I think he just falls into the inside, saves some ground, and if he finds a place to run, 8-1's too big a price in here. I think there's a lot of value. He's got to be Major Duden, and Battle of Normandy's a different horse than adding blinkers. And again, like you guys mentioned earlier, I'm going to try and beat the Godolphin horse in here, Nation's Pride. I just don't see him at any value at all in a race where he's just the same as some of the others.
All right, John, you said the 10-horse Battle of Normandy with the a comment about blinkers on, off, and what did you make that comment for?
He added him about 3 races back, and he's been a lot more focused. He's running through the wire now instead of waiting on horses, and I don't know where he levels off. He's a big, good-looking horse, and he might be this good.
And he's 20-1 on the morning line with Jose Ortiz, so that's a look, that's for sure, and certainly a part of a gimmick. If you're betting exactas and trifectas, that's why I wanted you to clarify that, the 10-horse Battle of Normandy in that race. But you like number 3, Mi Hermano Ramon, in the 12th. The 13th race is the big one, the Pegasus World Cup, and it looks like a wide-open affair to me.
Well, from a race shape standpoint, I think Mixto from the rail has to go. I think the 2-horse, the Saudi Crown, has to go. And from a bad post again, poor Skippy Longstocking keeps drawing a bad post. He's got to go from post 10. I think if White Abarrio breaks this time, he was eliminated at the start last out. Mm-hmm. He falls into a nice trip right behind the speed in here. He's had 2 sprints stretching out to a route. I think he's ready for his best race. He's definitely the one to beat here. A horse I'm going to use in the exotics, number 6, Stronghold. This is a horse that makes a good middle move every time and kind of flattens out. Well, that middle move will put him right into the race at Gulfstream Park, turning for home, and that's where you want to be. So at a number, I'm going to use him in the 2nd and 3rd spots. I think Locked is a really good horse, but he's going to have to overcome that post 11.
Yeah, no question about that. And he might have to also be part of that early mix just to clear some horses and get some ground going into the first turn. But Stronghold is a horse that you say will be on the dance floor at the right time and may very well be part of the gimmick there with White Abarrio in the Pegasus World Cup. What about the Southwest at Oaklawn? Any thoughts?
I'm a big fan of Patch Adams. I'm looking forward to seeing him stretch out today. I think he's a really good horse. Gaming, we've seen on his best days, he is really good. If he doesn't get things the way he wants, he kind of chucks in the towel. He's going to have to go from the rail. If he runs his A race, he'll be right there, but I just don't trust him. Patch Adams for me in there. But one thing to remember, Ralph, is that Bob Baffert, when he sends a horse out like Gaming for the Southwest, he usually sends what we call a beer money horse, something to chase and pick up some purse money on the undercard. Only other horse he has in at Oaklawn Park today in race number 3, he sends number 4, March of Timeout, for the baseball players Bregman and for Walker Bueller. So I got to think he's pretty live with number 4, March of Time, in the 3rd race today at Oaklawn.
The beer money horse comes early. They'll be at the bar early at Oaklawn if he wins in the 3rd race, the 4, March of Time. Of course, he's the favorite in the race with Juan Hernandez aboard, but you got to make money somewhere, and so that's the beer money horse. But in the Southwest, Baffert has the horse Gaming in there. But you're right about Patch Adams. I saw him as well as you did, you guys, watching his races. I think he's something special, Patch Adams. I meant to ask you before we left Gulfstream, but I'll go back to that real quick. There's other stakes races on the card. I know you got a full lender report for all the races at Gulfstream, but if you have a thought about any of the other races that really pitch your interest, we'll take it now.
Race number 6 today, the Carousel Club on the Tapeta. You look at the morning line; they're all 5, 6, 8 to 1. Everybody's the same price.
Yeah,
I thought Exact Estimate needed the comeback race for Chad Brown last time. He likes that Tapeta. He ran well in this race last year. I think they were pointing for it back here. If we get 5 or 6 to 1 there, I think that's an overlay. So number 6, Exact Estimate to me in the 6th race at Gulfstream.
The most wide open race, I think, of the day, the Carousel, that 6th race. We were just going over it before, how the morning line favorite in the race. The morning line favorite in the race is a 5 to 1 shot. So you like Exact Estimate as part of that mix, the 6th horse in the 6th race at Gulfstream. All right, we'll wrap it up by going back to Southern California, where you're at Santa Anita. It looks like a very, let's put it this way. It looks like a better card than we've been used to the last 2 days at Santa Anita. So what are we doing there?
Let's go to the 9th race. This is a bottom level maiden claimer, maiden 20 claimer. I like number 9, Billy Joe Shaver, coming off the layoff for Steve Miotti, who does very well with fresh horses, draws an outside post. There's a Bob Baffert horse in here, number 3, Truewood, that'll probably get over bet, and that should hold our price here. This horse, Billy Joe Shaver, ought to get a good stocking trip. So 4 to 1 on the program. Number 9, Billy Joe Shaver, race 9, Santa Anita.
William Anton Georgi has seen the winner's circle at Santa Anita quite a few times so far with limited rides, right?
Yeah, good guy. I got a chance to talk to him at Clocker's Corner the other day. He's fit and riding well, and I wish him good luck down here. And he does ride a lot for Miotti. He rode a lot for him up in Northern California, so this is a solid jockey-trainer combo.
All right. We are having some technical difficulties with Jerry Jackowitz. We'll wait and see if he jumps on in. What I'm going to do, folks, is Jerry did not leave us. He didn't even leave us any picks for today, but I will try to interpret a little for you while. Oh, there he is. Okay. Thanks a lot, John. Jerry is now with us, so we will get with you, of course, tomorrow. It'll be a great day of racing across the country, Santa Anita, as well as Oaklawn Park and, of course, Gulfstream Park. Can't wait to get started. Finally, we got racing cars that we can put our teeth into. And, of course,
Let's have some fun today, Ralph.
John Lindo's Lindo Report, full sheets, full Lindo Report for Santa Anita and Gulfstream right now here at the South Point, free of charge and only here. Thanks a lot, John.
Good luck.
All right, Jerry, we're going to go to you real quick. We thought maybe we had lost connection with you, but there you are, buddy. Good morning.
I'm sorry. I had a terrible, I came down with something last night and just terribly sorry, everybody. So.
Well, that's okay. We will we'll take your picks and you get right back to bed. Don't want to mention, though, you had a good day yesterday. One of your key horses won, and your exotics followed up with the exotic payoffs as well. And then your other key horse ran second, but one of your exotic horses finished second, third, and fourth. That gave us a nice almost, like you said, always flip them, turn them around, and put them in the second hole as well. And if that happened, that was a good payoff there as well. So you're 2 for 2 yesterday, and hopefully you'll get some good loving care there and get rid of whatever you got. But we'll quickly go to Aqueduct for your first pick then.
Yeah, and I'm just going to give you a key horse today and let you work with that on your own.
Okay.
In race number 4, I like It Takes Heart. Claimed 3 of the last 4 times. Wayne Potts now takes it from Linda Rice. And while it looks like a little push-up in class, it's something this horse handles all the time. And the PPNs, the projected power numbers, are very strong on him. At 7-2, I like the horse an awful lot. So we're going to take the 2 horse, It Takes Heart, in race number 4. And that'll be our win place bet. And you'll build your key spread off of that.
Okay, now in the 4th race, you like the 2, It Takes Heart, Jose Lezcano for Wayne Potts. You gave out Jose Lezcano and a Wayne Potts horse yesterday, Aqueduct, that won, so that team is doing very well. So we're going to go right back to the same well and get that one done in the 4th race, the 2, It Takes Heart. I might suggest link-ups that would include numbers 1, 3, and 4. So we'll
okay.
And the 3 horses 12 to 1, the 4 horses 8, and the 1 horse is the morning line favorite at 5 to 2. So that's a good mix. So we'll take your 2 over 1, 3, 4. But the 2 is the win bet. The 2 is Jerry's play. and you can go with any other link-ups that you want in that race. Now we'll go to Santa Anita, and we'll let you get back to bed.
Okay, we're going to go right to the first race. Number 8, Odie's Memory Lane from Doug O'Neill. Blinkers off. First time Lasix. Such improvement first time on the turf. It begs to be followed back up on the turf. Rates out very well on my sheets. I think this is a forward-going young filly who's just they found her surface, and she's going to run a big one today. So number 8 in race number 1, Odie's Memory Lane.
All right.
That'll be our play for today.
All right. Now remember, folks, today's first post time at Santa Anita's 12 high noon Pacific time, 12 noon. And the 8-horse Odie's Memory Lane is Jerry J's play at 3-1 on the morning line with Edwin Maldonado that had a 3-bagger yesterday at Santa Anita. So he's in the zone. The 8 is the key. I might suggest, as far as link-ups are concerned, looking at your sheet, by the way, Jerry, to put the 3, the 6, and the 2, 3, and the 6 as link-ups. So the 8 over 2, 3, 6. And I will say that one of those horses in the link-up is also a star horse in the first race. Now, Jerry J's power pages for all of Aqueduct and all of Santa Anita are available right now at jerryjspowerpage.com. So the 8 in the first race is Jerry's play. Suggested link-ups, as I say from me, would be reading off of Jerry's sheet, the 2, 3, and 6. But you do whatever you want there. And
that's kind of perfect. I really like this idea that you could just go right to the sheet and come up with 3 horses to put in the spread without any problem at all.
Yeah,
so,
it's your stuff, though, Jerry. I'm just reading off of your stuff.
Great.
Okay, well, Jerry, we
might be doing more of this in the future. We'll see how we do today.
Okay, we will, maybe. In any case, we want you to get well, Jerry, that's for sure, because we enjoy your participation on the show. It's going to be a big day out there. The Pegasus World Cup, the Southwest, racing at Santa Anita. Finally, the weather is good. So let's get out there and enjoy this great sport of kings. Jerry has one more thing to say, though, and he's going to say it.
Have a great race day, everybody.